Your biggest enemy is this. And the people who can learn to control it or even avoid it will be some of the most powerful, most successful, most peaceful, the most at peace people in the world. I don't mean phones specifically. I mean the idea of constant dopamine just stimulating the shit out of your brain for pretty much as long as most of my generation has been alive. Think about it. We grew up with PlayStations and Xboxes, which was at the time, a less, or I'll say a slower way to stimulate, but it was still fun. You would make memories with your friends and do whatever. And then DSs, Wii's, whatever it was. And then it started to grow into iPads and iPods, and you start to notice the development of like the shorter form dopamine hits that these kids were getting, or my generation was getting. And then it just kept developing. And in recent years, especially the last 5 or so years, pretty much since TikTok has come out, short form content has been thrown in our faces. And the people who can learn to conquer this addiction that I promise you millions are addicted to, I think will really be the ones that pave the way for the next generation and actually make something of themselves, be authentic, right? Everybody's just cut and paste of what they see online. And I'm guilty of it to some degree, right? This video is inspired by 3 other videos that I'd seen online. But I think there's so much value in this topic and value in this discussion that, hopefully you watching this can take something away from it. I love seeing pictures of like a concert or something or some big event happening and everybody's recording, and then all the comments of that picture or that video, whatever of that event is, will be like not a phone in sight, as a form of irony, because obviously everybody has their phone out and has to record it. This has always resonated with me, especially at concerts, and I've always made an effort at any concert I go to or whenever I'm out doing whatever to not pull my phone out and record. Just view it with God's cameras and enjoy it the best way I could then. And I'm not saying this to, say I'm different or I'm better or anything. It's literally just an attempt to be on my phone less, because I'm somebody that, I claim that millions suffer from this addiction. I'm somebody that I believe probably suffers from it too. And I think I'm getting better and, making strong efforts to not be on my phone as much and not be so pulled into short form and all the other things. But it's tough. It's designed to be so accessible and so easy to just fall into rabbit holes of whatever it is that you're looking at. And since there's such an infinite amount of what you can consume, it never feels like enough. It always feels like there's more to be consumed. I think about the Mount Everest example, right? I don't remember who said it, but it's the idea that you were never supposed to see the top of Mount Everest, right? But now with phones, stuff like that is accessible. You can see what it would look like to climb Mount Everest. There's probably videos of people climbing to the top. And that's really fascinating, because it's not like you're just seeing a picture of another country that you might never visit in your life. You're seeing a feat that is so impossible for some people, and a feat that most of us will likely never accomplish or try to accomplish. You're seeing it at the click of a button, at the tap of your finger. And it's just fucking insane, because you get this instant rush of dopamine for doing nothing, and it dulls out all the other human experiences to where you don't feel like going outside. You don't feel like doing anything. And luckily, I've grown out of this, especially being here in this gorgeous city. I want to experience everything. And half the time I want to leave my phone at home. But I know that's not really a possibility. And that's a problem in itself. The fact that I don't feel like I can just leave my phone is kind of crazy. How do you conquer this addiction? How do you fall out of line of what everybody else is doing and put your phone down and learn to just not think about Instagram and TikTok? I was actually talking about this with my girlfriend the other day, and just the idea of getting out of a slump, because I felt like I was in a slump because of that, because of my addiction, I guess, to dopamine and just quick short form content. I suggested something like environment, right? Changing your environment, leaving your phone outside of the room, leaving your phone somewhere where you can't access it, and just working and doing what you got to do. The problem with that is I need my phone. I make calls. I post on social media. I literally need my phone. And that's another layer on top of the problem of the general issue that phones cause us, in my opinion. The conclusion I kind of came to there was what activity do you do that takes a lot out of you, right? It's not a bad activity for you. It's something you enjoy doing. Or for example, it's something like working or going to the gym or taking a walk. What activity that's productive? What productive activity do you look forward to doing in your day to day? Is it going on a walk? Is it going to the gym? Is it spending 5 hours working on your laptop? Whatever it may be, a productive activity. The idea is that you want to put that at the end of your day, towards the end of your day. And you can't go on your phone. You can't do these things until you get this productive activity done. This is something I'm going to experiment with. And for me, it's the gym, right? Like I find working on my laptop productive, but it's not my favorite productive activity. I think going to the gym would be, because I just like the physicalness, I guess, of going to the gym. And I have to walk to the gym. So I take a walk, lift, and then walk back. And it's nice. It's productive. It's refreshing. Another thing we were kind of talking about is, when you indulge in something unhealthy for a while, like you eat a bag of chips or something, or you eat like a certain amount of candy. I don't know. Think about when you're a kid, right? And it's Halloween and you just had too much candy, you feel like shit. It's like that, right? When you indulge in too much short form, after like an hour or two, for me at least, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like this, I don't like the way I feel. I don't like it. It's almost like too much of it just makes you feel shitty. It's almost like it's unnatural for the human mind, for the human body to be consuming that much positive output, that much stimulating content for that long in such a short sequence. This is a tough problem to conquer, I'll say. Everybody deals with it. Everybody consumes media in some form or another. But it's slowly and surely taken over the younger generations and even the older generations now as we know it. This was more of like a venting video of how much of an issue I think this is, and hopefully this kind of inspires you to take action and figure out a way that you can conquer this addiction, because it is such a horrible one, in my opinion. Thank you for watching.